Hey, good morning, Aries. 419. That's your angel number today. Let's see what we got here. Just a quick shuffle here so you know that it's fair. These cards are fair. And blowing with smoke. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and look at the bottom. We got the Eight of Wands in reverse. You got plenty of patience. That's patience. You're waiting on something. Let's put that on the top here. All right, another quick shuffle. I just want to tell you a quick story. So, it's your birthday. So you're going out to eat tonight with your husband or your boyfriend or, somebody that you've had for years here. And, you go to, let's just say Texas Roadhouse. You want a ribeye steak. You're getting ready to order. The waitress comes up. She said, "Hey, how you doing?" You tell her it's your birthday and everything. And the husband immediately interrupts and starts ordering for you. Okay, well, the waitress, she turns around, puts her butt to the man's face as the Knight of Cups comes out. Puts her butt to the husband's face or the boyfriend's face and interrupts him and says, "No, ladies first. What would you like to eat?" In your Nine of Cups energy, you only got one more cup and you got it all, baby. Because tonight you're standing up at dinner and you're going to say what you want as you lift your head slowly as you're looking down in that corner. The waitress makes you feel even more comfortable. She says out loud, let's order something. Let me recommend this. Let me recommend for an appetizer, let me recommend some fried pickles, And you're like, damn, yeah, fried pickles. I'll get that with homemade ranch. Okay, fried pickles, you're scared to death. Your husband's mad, but the waitress is thinking in her mind, I don't give a fuck. I got a 7-table section tonight and plenty of people. I don't care about this tip. I care about this woman and her birthday and how she feels. I'm going to make her feel better. I see the bruise on her eye. He's taking her out for a makeup dinner, not only a birthday dinner. Coming in with the Nine of Pentacles right here. This lady is already starting to feel independent and feeling on top of the world, like she's got her Nine of Cups just in this moment for dinner, okay? I didn't know her name. The waitress didn't know her name. She's got the pickles in for the appetizer, and she says, "Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to go put this appetizer order in. What would you like to drink?" The man rudely interrupts and says, "We both want iced tea with extra sugar." And the lady started to say, and the waitress thought in her head and looked at her and said, "You would like lemon?" And she said, "Yes. How'd you know?" That waitress was very intuitive. She knew right away. She didn't know just because of the bruise on her eye. She knew how the woman carried herself, that she was controlled by this man. All right. She goes and puts the order in for the appetizer. The restaurant's filling up. Things are getting crazy. The man's going outside to smoke. The waitress has got a 7-table section, but she does. As she sees the man going out to smoke, she stops by the table in her Emperor energy. Also, she's an Aries. She's feeling in her Emperor energy right now. The waitress and the woman sitting at the table for her birthday. Happy birthday to that woman. As she says to the woman, "I see your husband went out to smoke. I'll be back to take your order in a minute. Okay? Here's your iced tea with lemon and extra sugar. And here's your husband's iced tea." You could tell the woman sitting there was thinking, man, I would love to put something in his drink and knock him on his ass and leave him forever. But she's not that kind of woman. She tries to love and nurture this man. She would never do something like that. As you can see right here, we've got, as I split the deck, we've got the Six of Cups. She's thinking about the past as she sips her iced tea with her lemon and thinking, man, that waitress is so nice to me. I wonder why she's doing this. She's not going to get a tip from my husband, and I don't have anything to give her because he won't give me any money ever. He won't let me work. He makes me stay at home with the kids, and occasionally he beats on me. But I can't leave him because of our dogs and our children. Plus, I don't have a job. I don't have a way out. And also, she's thinking about her past, just she grew up with the Six of Cups. She was thinking about her past, that she grew up in the same type of family situation. She let her dad beat on her as a child until she was 16 years old, and she decided to do something about it. She did just like what her grandmother had told her to do. Next time he puts his hands on you, you tell him you're going to call the police. After that day, and she said that the last time he put his hands on her, she was 16. He stopped because she threatened the police. Grandma was a good woman. She always gave good advice. But Grandma had made mistakes in the past too. Everyone does. But Grandma loved her like a mother. Moving on. Oh, shit. The Tower. But the Tower sometimes can be good. You know, change is good. But this Tower is the number 16 card. And it just happened to be the 19th, 419. But the 16th was her mother's birthday. And her mother had passed on. Actually, her grandmother had passed on. The one that had told her the story about next time your father puts his hands on you, tell him you're going to call the police. Well, she hadn't thought about this. She hadn't thought about, oh, here comes the husband right back in. There he is. Yeah, he just got back from smoking a cigarette. Oh, back, she can't even think now. She's sipping on her tea with lemon. Here comes the waitress. Here comes the fried pickles. They start to eat the fried pickles. The gentleman starts to bitch about he should have put his order in, but it was all her fault that he didn't put his order in because, the waitress wasn't giving him the attention he needed, and she shouldn't have ordered. That he orders for her every time. As the woman starts to say something, it's her birthday. He interrupts her and says, "Shut up. Damare." That's shut up in Japanese. They're not Japanese. I was just reiterating. Shut up, damare, shut up. Yeah. Sometimes she cussed at him in different languages, so he didn't know what she was saying, and that it's angered him more. The waitress comes back. She takes the order. He gets a ribeye. Oh, she's feeling great with the 10 of cups. He's starting to treat her a little better because the waitress just looks at him and thinks, oh, I don't want to ruin this woman. She might get hurt, if I let things go not his way. So the waitress turns and lets him order for both of them. The gentleman actually is nice enough that he smiles and grabs her hand and kisses it across the table. You can tell the woman's still kind of putting her head down and shrugging her shoulders down. And she's a little bit embarrassed because she has a black eye, a light color. You can tell she's covered it up with makeup, but she had a hat on as well. Anyway, they put in the order for the 2 ribeyes. Well done. They were from the country. The husband knew that the wife wasn't going to eat the middle part of her steak, that she only ate the fat. She loved the fat on the steak with extra salt. She didn't care. She could eat however she wanted because she had a heart of gold and she was a chosen one. She can eat whatever she wants. Nothing will kill this woman. With the 2 of Pentacles, she's juggling thoughts back and forth in her head, juggling about how she was thinking about how she could maybe talk to that waitress and get her phone number somehow, because it might be her way out of this 9-year marriage. She had no friends, so just in the moment, she thought of that one woman being like a best friend to her, just for what she had done by letting her order that one appetizer. It was like the best moment of her life that night. The birthday's going well. They loved the fried pickles and the homemade ranch that they got. The waitress is getting bigger. She's got a 7-table section, and nobody wanted to take the church people. So she also took the church people of table of 14, and she had to make the milkshakes for all of them. This waitress, she was a multitasker, I tell you what. But with the 8 of Swords at home, she had the same situation going on. Except for she was allowed to work because he was working with her. They work together at the same restaurant, this Texas Roadhouse, right? He's at the bar actually watching her run all this section thinking, oh, she can't afford. There's no way. She's got a 7-table section, a church party coming in of 14. She's got to make all the drinks, put in all the orders. Plus the food runner didn't show up with the Knight of Wands coming out. The food runner, he didn't show up that night. So she's running all the food too with 2 trays over her head at once. She's going to be beat by the time she gets home. So she'll never have time to herself, and she'll turn her money into her husband. But as she's doing all this, waiting on all these tables, she's thinking of one person, that abused woman sitting at that table for her birthday. She was going to make it the best she could. As all this stuff is going on, she goes to the manager and goes, can we give this woman a free dessert for her birthday? I can tell she's got a black eye and she's sad, and I want to make her feel so special. I don't care if I get a tip from that dumbass or not. With the 6 of Swords, she's thinking about it in her head, how she could get away. Maybe somehow she could get out of this. You know, she can never stop thinking about how to get away from this man. Even though he spent money on her and treated her like a queen, whenever he was so jealous when he got home, he would treat her like hell. It got to the point where she got a separate room than him. They started sleeping in separate rooms. Anyway, back to the meal here. She was eating her dinner. She got her well-done steak. She didn't eat getting downloads. She didn't eat the good part. The husband got the good part, of course. He knew. He planned that all out. With all the burden she's carrying, we've got the 10 of Wands. She's carrying on the back. She's still got to go home and pay the babysitter, change all the diapers because the gentleman, the husband, didn't change diapers. And as soon as they got home, he goes out into the garage and he starts working on the cars and cussing, calling his friends, drinking, selling drugs, all that stuff. He did mention in the car on the way home, why would you let that waitress turn her back on me and let you order? You know that I order for you. You don't ever order. He started the fight. She just said, I'm sorry, I didn't know. He goes, well, I only left her a $2 tip, dumb bitch. With the Knight of Swords, she's thinking in her mind, I'm taking action. I'm going to start doing something with my life. I'm going to take action on this. I'm going to do something. I'm going to work on a project and I'm going to stand up for myself. With the 7 of Swords, she's sick of everyone stealing from her, stealing her happiness. You know, stealing doesn't always mean that you have to steal someone's money. The thing was, this man, let's see what we got here. We got the Ace of Swords in reverse. He lied a lot, and he never listened to anybody except the people that didn't mean shit, the ones he sold drugs to and stuff. He thought he was a King of Pentacles. He thought he was going to get generational wealth. He thought that the woman he married was from the streets, and just because when he met her, she was on drugs. She got clean because he was on probation. She didn't know that she came from a very, very wealthy family. He never even gave her time to tell him about her family. He never listened. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. He was still stealing her world, her happiness. But really, let's turn this around. Unknowingly, she had the world in her hand. She had a secret. He goes off with his friends and the Three of Cups and is drinking in the garage, celebrating something that he doesn't realize that later on won't work. She's in the house changing diapers with the Nine of Wands, thinking about, man, look at all these things I've been through. I got one more wand. Oh, there she is, the Zero card. She wants to take that leap of faith and do something. Her secret plan that she's had for a long time. The babies are crying. She's trying to get the kids to sleep. He wants to have sex. She doesn't want to have sex with him, but she knows she has to, because if she doesn't, he's going to make her. She's feeling trapped again with the Eight of Swords. She's used to that life. That's what she grew up with in her family. But this woman, she was manifesting. She was a magician unknowingly. But here we had the High Priestess. That's what she was. But it was in the reverse, because the man was doing black magic on her and stealing her intuition. Her foundation was in reverse, as you can see. Someone was stealing a house or a property from her. They had signed her name on papers, and they were getting ready to move away and go live with his family. He was cheating on his wife, using her name, because somehow he must have found out that she did have some kind of credit or money. There's her generational wealth that was there the whole time. She was in her emotions. She was coming, though. Here she comes. The Knight of Pentacles. The slowest knight in the deck, but the smartest. She's still manifesting. She's going to get justice because she's got balance within herself. Not knowingly, she has balance within herself. She's starting to separate from the man. There she is. Queen of Pentacles, still manifesting into those. See, that's her crystal balls. She wants the truth. She wants him to tell her the truth about the other woman that she's paying, that he is paying for, this home, this foundation that he had stolen. She wants him to say the truth, no, but she doesn't need to. He doesn't need to say the truth, because she's a high priestess and she knows the truth. She just wants him to say something, the truth for once, and stop being a fucking cocksucker and face his childhood trauma, because she's doing something that no one's ever done before in secret. She's going to break generational curses because she's sick of families not coming together and lies leading the world. She's collaborating within herself with three spirits, three angels, the divine. The Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Things aren't moving. But she's a Queen of Wands, and she's going to whip it out and make it happen, I'll tell you that. Because she has strength, Leo energy. With the Devil in reverse, she's released all her addictions, and she's coming right along, moving forward while he's at work. He's a very materialistic person with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. And she's actually a very independent woman with the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. She's got those Nine of Cups the whole time, because she's an emperor. She is standing in her power unknowingly, in secret. Maybe at the restaurant she didn't seem like she was in her power when she walked in, but that one waitress, that one moment gave her just that much to make her feel so good inside. She didn't even know that woman. And you know what? That woman, that waitress, she didn't care that she made $400 that night in cash. after tip out. She didn't care. She was happy about the one moment she gave that woman to let her stand in her power. She's thinking again right as she goes to bed with the Six of Cups about her past, everything she's been through, and how people treated her because she was beautiful. It's like beauty brought the beast to her. People treated her badly because she was beautiful. Eight of Wands. There were some messages coming in. These messages were from the divine, and they were moving quickly through her head. She was taking her time with the Hermit card, as much time as she needed, thinking about all her wisdom. She was taking notes and notes. She had notebooks galore. She had so much stuff written down, you couldn't even, if you wrote a book on it with all her notes, the book would be as thick as a huge Webster's dictionary. I promise that. Because she held the energy of all four queens because she was an empress with the number 3. She's going to get her new beginnings with or without the man. She may have to change him. Does she love him enough to change him and do the work on him? Because actually she's a white witch and she could wave her wand and put him into a place where he might change. He stopped putting his hands on her. He started treating her a little bit differently, and he stopped doing black magic on her. She started to come out of this no more hangmanning position. She started to go outside, but she still has her guard up. She's went through that change. Scorpio energy, the death card. Always carrying those burdens, still waiting to release them. She's coming in and she's taking fast action. She's moving away, maybe to a foreign country. But she's got 2 pit bulls and she can't take them. So she's staying here. She's going to change her man because that's the only way out, because she does love him. She's taking action. She feels like she is a young child. She's always felt like she was 16. But she was 51 years old. She's been through a much sadness with the 5 of Cups. She's decided no one's going to juggle her anymore. And the next time they do juggle her, she's leaving. She's going to leave everyone and not tell anyone where she's going. She knows she'll even have to leave her dogs. But for her safety, if someone keeps juggling her and hurting her and lying to her and not telling the truth, she's going to leave. And you'll never find me. Believe me. I am the finder. You are the finder out there. You can find anything you want. They call you the finder because you get it. Get it? You're the finder. And if this juggling doesn't stop and lies, you're going to leave it. They call you the leave it finder go-getter. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Thank you.